Hello, everyone. Sorry, trying to circumvent YouTube. They have everything. We should be live. Guys, I was talking to Jesse late last night, and we had a lot of comments, some emails, some messages that came in. And nutshell, so both that video, um, we got a lot of people said that they were seeing people in the IR. And we had a small conversation about that. And I know there will be a lot of you all will come in after this gets started. Can you see me live, Jesse? You know if I am live?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, because it looks different. I don't know why they've done that. So, what we decided to do is come down here and look for human traces of what had happened. Now, we know we definitely saw movement that night. We do have that video recorded. Jesse, I believe, has that with still photos. Uh, we were told by quite a few people, huh, Jesse, that they saw humans.
Yes.
And people were asking me a lot of questions too, as to why was I talking a lot about humans being down there at the end of my video. So I guess one of the reasons that I was suspecting humans was when we first started the boots on the ground that night. What had happened was a truck had went by, and Jesse's aware of this. A lot of y'all ain't aware of everything that goes on behind the scenes, but a vehicle had went by, and this vehicle disappeared. We, wasn't sure where the vehicle went. We just knew that it went by really, really slow. It was really like interested in the area that I was at. Uh, just kind of, I don't know what you would say. It was,
Suspicious for sure.
yes, well, yeah, good word, good word. That's a good word right there. Uh, we had a suspicious vehicle, and it kind of just disappeared. My first thought was, whenever that happened, was they turned off their lights, or I could have missed them, right? You know what I mean? They could have, like, I don't know. I could have just missed them. That happens. And I was like, okay, could have missed them, no big deal. So we continued on with the investigation. Well, there was things that led me to believe also that there was humans down there. One of the things that really tripped me out was I noticed that one of the reflectors was placed in a new spot. If y'all will remember the video, when I was walking in, I said they've been back here again because there's a reflector in the limb that goes over the top of the trail. I don't know if y'all remember that or not. Do you remember that, Jesse?
Yes.
Because I think you even had trouble seeing it at first, and I had to show it to you like up close. I was like, "See, it's right here."
Right.
So I noticed that was new, and I was like, "Well, Bigfoot doesn't put reflectors out. I mean, I don't think he uses trail reflectors." So I knew that the area that we was going to be investigating could possibly be compromised. Uh, but we were there. We're not going to let them stop us. That's just something we're not going to allow to happen. So we went ahead and continued. Now, the one thing we do know for sure is we saw movement. There was movement. The viewers saw the movement. You all witnessed it live through the IR, which I like to call thermal. If I say thermal, I mean IR. A lot of y'all have corrected me on that. So you all were able to see that. Now, I know my moderators have also seen what they believe to be humans and human noises in my boots on the ground. So we know that there is a large possibility that these humans are either hiding themselves or setting up the areas we're going to pretty much um, a good word for it would be to interfere with an investigation because they know that we're going to these areas to investigate. They're trying to interfere with it. My personal opinion is this is an opinion. The reason they're trying to interfere in the investigations is to make it appear that we're hoaxing. I believe that has been their main thing from the beginning, from the lie about the rock deal and all that. I'm not going to say nothing further about the rock deal. He hasn't said nothing about me, and as long as he doesn't say nothing about me, I'm fine about not saying anything about him. So we'll pass that up. But I think there is other people that are still hyper focused on trying to say that we're hoaxing. And I didn't think about this until I spoke to Jesse and another friend that said they're not just putting those trail markers out there to mess with you. They're putting those trail markers out there to confuse you into making a mistake to saying, oh, look, it's eyeshine. They're trying to pretty much just taint an investigation, right? So,
Right.
Jesse, I'll let you give a little bit of what you think.
Well, I mean, you pretty much said it. It's a possibility that that's exactly what they're doing, setting you up to make it look like you're doing something you're not. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of evidence to already show that. A lot of viewers have already noticed that as well. So there's a lot of questions as far as what's going on.
And I have a reveal I'm going to make today on the boots on the ground. We're going to do here in just a second. It's more of an investigation. And then tonight we have a large reveal tonight. And it's probably going to make some people mad. But it's just going to have to make some people mad. You know, I think that it's. I mean, I know me and Jesse are happy to have what we have and what's going to happen. Uh, you're not going to want to miss tonight's live because we are going to make a reveal, and I'll do a short later over it also, so everybody will know. Because there's going to be a big reveal tonight, and I think it's going to shed a whole lot of light on the subject. Um, so what we decided to do, I wanted to come down and kind of walk y'all through what went on that night, and kind of look for some human, I guess if you will, evidence as to was there somebody out there, was people seeing things? Because we were sent some still photos from videos where there seems to be something standing there that looked like some set of goat-headed creature, an owl-headed creature, but nonetheless there was something there, something. So this is also the area where we had what we thought was a dog man. It was from a distance. We used the IR on it. We used the regular phone on it. The thing that y'all were live on, and we did not approach it because I'm not going to walk up on something in the woods that I don't know what it is. It appears to be something that may be hungry. Um,
Well, we're doing lots of strange noises too, EVPs.
right. Which also is another thing that we've spoke about this morning too. Is I'm not. We will go more into that tonight when we do the sit down on the live show. This is just a place I want to come to, and I want to look at a few things, explain a few things to you guys, kind of show you some things in the daylight. I need to put some things together for me because the more Jesse and I spoke, the more questions I had, the more I think you had. and we're just going to drive down here and see what's going on. I might as well turn this around. I don't think it matters anymore if I show where we're headed because they already know where we're going anyways, and they know where we go, right? So they are just, a bunch of clowns, but it does come down to stalking, harassment, and I'm going to take care of that this morning, matter of fact, yeah. So it is what it is, but we want to look at some things. We're there right now, guys, so we'll be getting down. To all you new people that are showing up, I hope you enjoy this. There should be some pretty scenery going to come up also. It's very pretty down here. If you're wondering who I am Stephen Michael McKee from Abnormal Investigations, making people famous every day and every night. So thank you for joining us. What are you laughing at? You want to be famous? Are you jealous?
Oh yeah, I'm so jealous.
I thought you might have been. So let me pull over right here. Okay, you remember the other night, guys, whenever I turned the camera down? Remember that? When I turned it down and y'all couldn't see? So we're going to start off. I want to remind y'all that we're going to get me a drink, okay, guys? We're going to get us a drink. I'm trying to be good, Jesse, but about slipped. Uh, we're not on the Mountain Dew this morning. It's too early for Mountain Dew. Let me grab this. Let me grab y'all right here, okay? Let me grab y'all. There y'all are. Hello. Okay. So let me turn this off. Let me step out real quick. That's a good frosty little marlin. Might see some squirrels in here. You like squirrels, Jesse?
Rats with fluffy tails.
Fluffy tails. You like fluffy tails?
Sure.
I think they're pretty good with gravy. Okay, hold on 1 second. Put it right here. Put y'all right there. There you go. Okay, 1 second. 1 second, please. Okay, so whenever we started, guys, that night, what we done is we went down our normal trail, which you can see is right. Okay. Now that truck, that night that I turned everything down, I knew he was acting suspicious because he drove by really, really slow. You still hear me, right, Jesse?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, so he drove by really, really slow. He stopped on the bridge, right? And when he stopped on the bridge, you can see what he done. He done a burnout plumb across the bridge. So they knew that I was in there. And then the other truck that it went by, I don't want to film my tag, it backed in the brush right down that road right there, which there is a place to come across the road, to come down and around and back where we saw
what we thought was that dog man, right? So there is a back door that somebody could have came in that way to where we would have saw movement. Is that making sense?
Right.
Anything you want me to film, just let me know. So here's the trail we go down during the night. Like I said, anything you want me to do, just let me know. And if the moderators have any questions or anything, I'd be glad to answer them. Anybody. And I do appreciate everybody concerned about my safety. I think right now we probably need to worry more about people because a lot of our people are seeing people, and people are not what we want to run into down here. Jesse and I have talked about that a whole lot. Is we don't want to run into nobody because that could just be bad. And that's not what we're investigating. That's not what we care to see. It's not something that I want to see. That's that squirrel. Ran right across the trail right in front of me. Little gray squirrel, actually. They taste about the same. I don't know if you can see him in that tree right there. He's in that tree, right? He's in that tree right there. If I was hunting, I'd already have me one. By the way, the Geiger counter's on, and as you can see, not even hardly making any noise. He's right on the other side of this tree right here. He's right on the other side of this tree. He's probably going up it to hide from me. You can see where he's been scratching right there. I hear him telling on me. Bastard. You hear him? Nah, 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 nah. There's somebody over here. There's somebody over here. Yeah, they'll tell on you. Little narcs. But anyways, it's beautiful down here this morning. Okay, so there is something new. Got some sidewalk chalk here, Jesse.
Oh.
So that is new. And that wasn't here the last night I was in here. We know Bigfoot's not doing that. I mean, you can tell that is sidewalk chalk. So somebody would have to have done that. I'm also looking for footprint as we move down through here. Oh, you know what, guys? That is so messed up. They got an X right there, you know? And if I remember right, you know what? You remember the other night and they had that string with the hook on it that was supposed to get you right in the face?
Yes.
It was right here. Now I want you to check this out and tell me this was not on purpose. It was hung down from this limb right here. Right there, right over this trail where I'm at. And there's the X.
Yeah. That's interesting.
X marks the spot, huh?
Looks like it.
That's where they had it set up at. It's gone now, by the way. That whole rope is gone now. I hope somebody didn't get caught on a hook that they might have put back up there. It's so dangerous when they do that kind of stuff for everybody, you know?
Yeah. It would be well deserved if they end up getting hooked and caught in their own traps.
Doesn't God talk about that? You get caught in your own snares. So now here's where we start going down the embankment right here. And you remember that I was trying to tell you there was a new thing here? That's it right here. Can you still see it today? Can you see it?
I can see it.
That's what I noticed. That first thing I noticed that night. And knew that somebody had been here. Oh, that was me. Sorry. That was Dr. Pepper. Hey, and I even have my mouth shut, so excuse me. There's some tennis shoe marks right there. I don't wear tennis shoes. I wear boots.
Oh, what size?
Me, 10.5.
No, I meant the finishing mark.
Probably about an 8. 8 or a 9, maybe. I'm not good at guessing that stuff. Why would you ask me that? Right in front of everybody. Alright, so right down here is where we was at. So, the dog man we thought was right back up here, right? Up in here?
Yes, I believe so.
And what?
I believe so.
Wake up.
I'm awake.
You act like you're tired or something. Alright. Which would have been right back up in here. Check that out. It's like a bed or something there. There's a trail right here. See this trail in front of me?
Yeah.
I'll follow the trail. It is so pretty in here. Right there. There's a tennis shoe mark. You see it?
Yep.
So somebody's been through here. My tracking skills, guys. Hey, I am native.
Oh, so it comes naturally, huh?
Yes, very good, Grasshopper.
Okay.
Very good,
Oh,
Grasshopper.
cool.
So there's another one right there. That's a boot. That's a cowboy boot. See that? It's got the deep heel and it's got the rounded front. Can you see that? That's a cowboy boot print right there.
Yes.
So somebody wearing boots. Another boot heel mark right there. See it? Somebody wearing boots. So definitely somebody's been wearing boots. There's another one.
Camera just like kind of grainy.
There's another one. See it? Okay. Can y'all still see? Can you still see?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really pixelated.
It is pixelated?
Yeah.
Bad?
It's getting pretty bad, yeah.
Well, we're going under a tree canopy. Okay, I'll have to screenshot if I can. I don't know if I can on this. I just noticed this right here. There's a trail marker in this tree right here. Can you see that?
Yep.
You can? Okay, so it's not too pixelated. There's a red one here. Just let me know when you get it.
Got it.
Okay. So is there any more in this vicinity? I'm sure there probably is. It makes it so hard when they do this to differentiate between things. You know what I mean?
Right.
I thought they'd put. What's wrong?
Sure.
Uh,
Sorry, I was gonna try and mute, but I couldn't make it in time.
it was right up here. Right in here is where we would have seen it, right? What about that right there? Do you see that burnt tree? There's a burnt tree there. You see it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we were standing back here. We were back that way by the creek. Remember? Because I about backed into it.
Uh-huh.
Looking straight up here, you'd be looking at this, and if you notice, they've put red eyes on it.
No way.
Do you see that?
What the heck?
They put red eyes on that. So there's been humans in here. There's another burnt one here. Yeah, there's nothing on yet. Yet, anyway. You notice the Geiger counter during daytime out here is not even clicking?
Right.
Is that not
But
weird?
yeah, you were getting massive readings that night.
Yeah.
What else is gonna cause that?
Well, it's not doing it now. You would think that it would be uh, normal, right? I mean, it would be the same
Right?
day or night radiation, right?
Right.
I would even think radiation would be higher during the day from the sun heating everything. But I'm not, I don't know, but that would just be a guess. What do you think?
Well,
Yeah.
sun's not gonna cause any. That's not going to have any effect on a Geiger meter.
The sun won't?
No.
Look out there. That's that open field. Now, what I was trying to tell everybody, that truck that went by, the one I was telling you, the road is right up there where we parked, right?
Uh-huh.
So that truck went down this way, and we lost it somewhere through here. Well, if y'all remember that night, I walked up that trail right here that comes up this way, and it comes right into the back of right here, which would come up to me right here, which they could have came in here a back way. So this is one of them places I'm not going to say that a human couldn't have been, because there is a back way in here. This is not a one way in, one way out area. The hell is this?
You got people messing with you. How is it gonna be even possible to keep doing this?
Well, I think what we have to do is we're just going to have to move locations to take out the human uh, aspect. Man, that
This
woodpecker.
is ridiculous.
I hate it that we're going to have to give up our research areas that we have time invested in that we, have notes to be able to compare things to, but I just don't see how it's fair to bring people out here when you have people putting up markers and making noises and hiding their trucks. And because you remember that night that truck hid, right?
Yes.
I mean, why else would that truck have hid the same night that all this happened? And how many times have our viewers said, that's human, right?
Right.
And
You've got things that could be human. You've got things that are definitely not human.
right.
Nobody is how are you supposed to decipher it?
Well, you can't with people doing what they're doing. I mean, you know how much money these people have had to. I mean, I don't know the exact cost. I don't use trail markers because, well, I'm Indian. I know my way around. But for the, people that use trail markers, I would think they'd spend a little bit of money. I wanted to show you all this. Sorry, my ADD kicked in. Check out those mushrooms. Full of mushrooms. I don't know what kind they are, but I'm sure they're not the kind you'd want to eat. I thought that was pretty though. I wanted to share it. Uh, you can see that. I mean, look here. Could it be possible somebody comes in from that trail right here up to where we was at? Sure, because I mean, look right here. There's a trail. That trail connects to that trail that goes out to the road here where we lost that truck, which we found hiding, which was backed off into the weeds, and we'll get more into that later. Can you see all those mushrooms over there? Even on that tree? Is that coming in?
Yeah, kind of.
Look at all those.
Nasty.
That woodpecker getting at it, you hear him?
Mm-hmm.
So, look here. Here's a trail from the back way in. Somebody's traveling it. I mean, this is not a game trail. Well, it's not a game trail. Right there, look. You got a tennis shoe mark. So, this is being traveled by a human.
Now, is that a trail that you would typically be walking around in tennis shoes?
No, I would think that if you hunted a lot, that you would not be out here in tennis shoes. You would at least be in hiking boots, maybe at the minimum, you think? That would be what I would say from my time in the woods, because you can see what I'm wearing today. I'm in snake boots. And it's not because I'm afraid of snakes being out, it's because of rusty pipes like that right there, briars and big old thorns you saw. I mean, there's a lot of other dangers. So I would think that if you're wearing tennis shoes out here, I would say that you're probably not a woodsman.
Ignorant?
Well, yeah, you wouldn't be very smart. But, uh, I just wouldn't think you would be out here. What do you all think in chat? Would somebody that's not in the woods, would they be out here in tennis shoes, or do y'all believe that they would be in some kind of at least a hiking boot? Now,
even the trails around by me, most people are wearing hiking boots.
right. And if, nothing else, hiking boots also, they have a thicker sole that's going to protect you from stepping on something. A lot of times, they got a lot more support for your ankles and your feet so you don't roll an ankle or something. Which, if you're an outdoorsman, you know that rolled ankles are one of the number one injuries and causes of death in the woods.
Yeah, everybody says they're not familiar with the outdoors. Some kind of boots.
Right. And that trail goes right up to where we was standing that night. So absolutely somebody could have came in. The trail comes right here, right behind that. Right where they put the red eyes right here on that. That trail's right here. You can see it. See it coming down to me. And it comes right through here. And it goes right through there. So I mean, somebody's at least been coming in here recently, anyhow, because you're not going to have shoe prints showing. They would be gone by now with the rains. So this has happened fairly recent. You can tell right there by those by the back of that boot right there that that's not old. You see here, see how that's
Just sunk right
see
in.
see how that's disturbed? That's not old. How those leaves are disturbed.
Yeah.
So yeah, somebody's been down the trail, uh, and it's whoever put these out. I mean, it's not like common sense doesn't take hold here. I mean, yeah, I mean, it ain't like I'm tracking somebody saying, "Oh my God, somebody's been in here." I mean, it's obvious there is trail markers placed, right? Bigfoot
Well,
doesn't place
and
trail markers.
this is somebody that knows exactly what they're doing. It's not like they're driving down the road and see somebody out in the woods and go, "Oh, hey, let's mess with you." They
Right.
obviously know exactly what you're doing, and they're trying to cause issues.
Absolutely. I mean, you can look. I mean, try to show everybody. You can see the trail. It's an obvious trail.
Yeah.
It's been used a lot. This tree right here, just to show it off a little bit, guys. Look at the size of this pecan tree. Good grief. The branches on that thing are as big as most trees. Beautiful. Sorry, I love nature. It's probably why I have an outdoor channel too. But one of the reasons I would think this would be a good place for a cryptid to be in here is because it's easy. Right there, see, you got the boot tracks right there and the tennis shoe tracks. It's been right down the trail I was down the other night, and that is fresh. So
So they would have been down here within the last day or so.
I would say last day at least. Um, one of the reasons I thought this would be a good spot also is uh, you have access to this creek right here for something to drink. We know they like water. I mean, they got to have water, and they follow the. You see that? Sun is shining on something back there. I saw something shining, and I know it ain't eye shine because I'm not having to use lights today, guys. Thank God. I'm a lot lighter today. What is that? To see the trail. You can see their trail right here, and it goes right up to this little tree. Look at this. Look at that. It's a cat ball
What?
stuck in the tree, right on this trail. See, there's the trail. I'll back up so everybody can see. So
That's it.
you look up there. There's the trail. Comes right down. There's the cat ball. Right there. And then you back out. And when you back out, you see the trail that goes right down to where
Well, what would the purpose of that be right there? Because those have to be shaken or knocked or something to be activated.
if the wind blows this tree, is that enough to? Well, I shook the tree and it's blinking. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to grab it with my glove hand.
So if enough wind comes through.
Oh yeah. The wind was to blow it, then you would have lights in the woods. I didn't even think about that. You get a brownie point.
I mean, I know you talked about picking some of those up after having that interview and talk with Dee, but
I don't have to
you
now.
haven't even bought any of those.
No, I don't need to. I can just come out here and get them. I guess. I don't. I'm going shopping in the woods. I don't even need no trail markers. You see the right here, guys. Look right there. You can see the boot mark. Same trail I was on. exact same trail. So come over here. This right here is where I was backing up that night, and I backed into that damn log right here, and I just about fell backwards right there. And I was looking up that
Just be
way.
careful, because
Huh.
you don't know what else they could be possibly putting out there. That reminds me of the time they had those sticks that were poked right up in the woods. So
That was right
trick
here.
you.
I'll show you where it was at. Right here. I'll show you. This is a trail I come down. And I know they know I come down this trail because if you live around here, you know this trail. If you're from around here, you won't know where I'm at. It'll take somebody from this area to know where I'm at just by looking at this. But I want to show y'all something. Tell me if this isn't pretty. Check this out. This beautiful country. So, anyways, sorry I get kind of lost. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a tree. I was like, what in the world? Daylight, really? But right here, I'll see if it's still there. So, here's the main trail that I was coming down right here. And I ain't heard that. There we go. So, this main trail right here. It's been a while. I don't remember how long it's been, but it's been a little while. They had right in here, if I can find it. Actually do not see it now. But they had dug a hole in this area and they had a stick sharpened pointing up and down just past this tree right here. And then right over here is that's the Gatorade bottle that had the holes in it right there,
Oh, yeah.
which is right off this trail I come down. And there was a deer stand right here in that tree. It's gone now, but it was right there. Does it mean anything that that was for me? No. I mean, there's no way of knowing. Is trail markers placed, is trail markers placed like eyeballs for me? 99.9%. Is a hook suspended on a trail with an X on it, neck high for me? 99.9%. The hollering from the trucks threatening Sarah last few nights, is that meant for us? Absolutely. They're saying her name. They said my name.
Right.
They said my name. So we know that it's from them. We know this. One of the reveals tonight, guys, is somebody, I don't know, somebody from my area has stepped up now and they told me that it's somebody from my area that's done this to me. So I have that. And then we have another reveal tonight, right? We have a few reveals
Yeah.
tonight, right?
Yep.
And yeah, somebody's coming on our show tonight, guys. And it's going to be awesome. Y'all get to see somebody come on the show again that I think you're going to really enjoy. Big reveal. Big reveals tonight on Stephen Michael McGee. But, I mean, okay, so if you wanted to be paranoid, you could say, well, that stick laying on the trail with that point sticking up like that, that could be to hurt you. See, we know it's not probably intended for that. I doubt it very seriously, but a stick buried at the end of the trail, Vietnam style, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely meant to hurt somebody. I mean, if not me, what if a kid come down here to hunt, right? You see this right here? That's some squirrel cuttings right there. That means they are busy, busy, busy right now. Be a good squirrel hunting spot. But right on up here, and that's what gets me is we know Bigfoot doesn't draw X's on trees and suspend hooks with rope face level. We know that. So this is what it looks like in the daytime, guys, out there where we hear the walking. Open field with really tall grass.
But it kind of makes me wonder how stupid they really are. If they're stupid enough to be putting big eyeball crap out there, suspending hooks, following you around, I mean, are they trying to get themselves shot too? Because you might not be the only person out there.
Well, I mean, if they threaten my life and I feel like my life's in danger, I'm going to defend myself. And that's, I mean, period, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I have a friend with me that was out here, is he going to defend himself and me? Absolutely. As you would expect anybody else to do. If somebody's life was in great bodily harm or they was in fear of their life or death, then yeah, I'm going to defend myself.
Right.
You know, I'm not the one stalking. You know, my life has been threatened. There is proof my life has been threatened. Absolute proof. Multiple times. So if I was, and now look at this drop. If you didn't know it out here, I mean, you could really take a spiel right here. But
That's the other thing. You have enough natural dangers out there and cryptid dangers out there. Now the human aspect, and they're FAFO.
well, yeah, and you have to ask yourself something. And I ask this as a former investigator at my job. What is the motive to do this, and what does the person that's done this have to gain from it? Okay, that's the number one thing. My belief is to destroy my uh, channel with the hopes of trying to destroy my cash flow, which is doing other things that they probably do not approve of or are very jealous of. That they don't make what I do in a night, but they're not walking around the woods all night long by themselves with. I mean, you can walk up on a panther out here, a mountain lion. It doesn't take a cryptid, a rattlesnake, a cottonmouth. There was a guy killed by a beaver, for God's sakes. I mean, you fall off here in the middle of the night, right? You break your back, you break your neck, you roll off into that water, you're dead. I mean, especially with the temperatures right now, hypothermia, extremely fast. I mean,
Right.
and then you got people out here setting, Vietnam traps and God knows what. And why? Well, I mean, what is the motive, right? If you ask yourself, what is the motive? What does a person have to gain by the actions that they're doing? That's the questions that you ask as an investigator first. Why would somebody do it? Because people normally, not that it doesn't happen, but normally somebody that commits an act does it because they have something to gain from it. What is everybody in chat saying?
They're asking what kind of property you were on. Their psychic says, yeah, most likely to discredit you. And Scott Nixon goes, Beaver, I'd like to hear that story.
Yeah, Scott, just Google it. Beaver kills a man. I believe it was actually that beaver had rabies, if I remember right. And I believe the guy that was killed by it was a photographer. He was he was trying to photograph the beaver. The beaver had rabies, and the beaver killed him. Is that right? I think that's how it went. Look it up. Make
Yeah,
sure.
I think he actually hit his artery in his leg.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think you have long if you hit your femoral artery. So let's walk down to that trail. I want to show y'all something, if y'all don't mind. Is everybody okay with me showing y'all some of my theories? Because now I'm thinking, Jesse, that somebody came in the back way. Here, let's do this. Let me see if I know how to do this. Let's see. No, not that one. No, not that. So I don't know how to do it. So we're just we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. How many people in our chat has believed on my investigations that you have either heard something or seen something that you believe was a human out here messing with me? If you believe it was a human, say human. If you don't, just I guess no. Oh, here we go too. They've made an X right here. Again, you have to ask yourself, human or did something else do it? Because you have so much at play right now, you don't know.
Right.
And that's why I think these areas cannot be investigated any longer. What is your thoughts?
Well, and I think it's kind of good when you do have certain people coming forward saying, "Hey, I have proof that so and so did this."
Yeah, we're having a reveal tonight. People are tired of it. A lot of people are saying human. Cluff. Yeah, Pablo. Oh, I have no doubt in my mind that we have had unexplained things out here. So, how many of y'all also believe that we have had, let's just put cryptids and everything together and let's just call it supernatural? How many people believe we've had supernatural compared to nothing? If you believe supernatural, say supernatural. If you don't think anything, say nothing. And I want to show y'all something. This is what I'm thinking right
If it was 100% human, there would be no reason why you would be getting certain readings that you're getting on the Geiger counter.
here. Right.
You wouldn't be getting the EVPs that you would be getting. But some of those howls that just are off the charts.
Like,
Impossible.
like what Humor Interconnection says, like she's like, human once the trail marker started. People started infiltrating the area. I agree. So, right down there is where I believe that they crossed, and I believe that they came in the back way, right there through that field, and came right around to us. That's the only thing that I can figure that they done. And what would be the point in stopping and burning your tires off on the bridge where they know where you're at? Because I mean, I have to park my vehicle at the area so they know I'm here. You know, I wish I knew who it was. You can see the boot prints here. So I mean, that's really all I wanted to look at. I think I'm pretty much convinced. I mean, it's pretty obvious to me
Yeah,
what's going on.
like said, don't forget, baby, like that, you should have just went in a little bit further.
Right.
I think these people are connected somehow, some way.
Well, yeah, and a person has, Abe said he knows exactly where I investigate. We have another person that made the comment, they're going to show everybody my places.
Right.
So it makes it dangerous. And as much as everybody likes these places, we're not going to be able probably to investigate them. And I hate that, you know? But we have to do safety first, right?
Right.
And we know that truck was right down there, and it went right over and backed into that brush right in here, remember? And all they would have had to done was
Right.
cross that road, went right down that trail I went down the other night, and look at there, hit that trail right up in there where they put their stuff at. So was people seeing people running around in there that night? Yeah. Um, do I need to start carrying my IR not in my pocket and on something else? Probably so. I mean, what do you think?
I would probably agree.
You hate to have to do that, but if you have to, you have to. There's some more mushrooms right there. So let me stand at the back of the car and I'll take some questions if anybody has any. You notice nobody drives by in the daytime, huh?
No, of course not. They don't want to be seen and known.
Got to hide behind that uh, keyboard and hide behind the darkness, right? Ain't that what evil does, anyways? Don't hide in the darkness.
Hide to the shadows.
So, does anybody have any questions for me before we end this early morning live? I just had to look, guys, because so many of you have sent me emails, messages. I think there was even somebody made a comment in our comments, and maybe a few. And they're like, Mike, you got humans. Then people are setting you up. Be careful. Um, my life has been threatened. It's sad that you can't go out and enjoy what you're doing. But we did do good last night, even though things went kind of crazy with the phone. We still went over 5,000 views, and that what is that in 2 days, Jesse? We have how many views in just 2 days now?
Uh,
Like
almost 17,000.
like almost 17,000 views in 2 days. We're going live tonight at 8 o'clock, and then tomorrow it's back boots on the ground, guys. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crazy month. But yeah, I wish I knew who was doing it. There's no way to know. I mean, it ain't like they're going to walk up to you out there and say, "Hey, Mike, yeah, we're going to stick some of these trail markers out here, and we're going to walk around and make some noises." But my question is, not something that I would do. I would never do it. But what happens whenever you get somebody out here that's coon hunting or running dogs, and you're out there and you make a weird noise that they don't recognize, and that they're afraid, and they right?
Right.
Because I mean, you could scare somebody really bad by doing that. You know, I wouldn't do it. It's not something I would do at all. Not at all. Just 2 videos for about 3 to 4 months. It's lives and know where you are. Yeah, Infinite Seven. I agree with Jesse. We can't do it here no more. We have to go to where we get the humans out of the equation. And I know this area and areas around better than these people do. So I have no problem going to different areas that they won't even be able to find. And we can just do that. What's everybody think? Give me a yes. Do I just go somewhere else? And is that what we start doing?
I think that it's either find another location
Or deal with
I
humans?
mean, do you just do? If you don't want to do pre-record,
Right. Right. And I have no doubt my pre records would get thousands of views. But I like the interaction with my people. Yeah, I think so too. So, yeah. Well, anybody don't have any more questions? I think we're going to call it good, guys. See us tonight at 8 o'clock. Come over, visit with us, hang out with us. Tonight at 8, we're going to have a big reveal. Trust me. We're going to show you things that y'all haven't seen, and you're going to hear things you haven't seen. And we got a special guest coming on tonight. We're working on that. So, putting it together. Finally, people are standing up. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Love you guys. We will see you tonight at 8 o'clock. Don't forget, keep your head on a swivel. Don't be something's dinner. We love you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Adios, amigos.